Hi everyone, and welcome to Real Life Talks. I'm Yvonne Heath, your host and the founder of the I Just Showed Up movement. I'm showing my I Just Showed Up bracelet. So joining me today in the studio, I am so delighted to have Teresa Woolard. Hello, Teresa.
Hello, thanks Yvonne.
I don't even know where to start with your journey because we only have, 30 minutes, and your story, we could talk all day. It's incredible. I am in awe of your journey.
Thank you.
Yes. So let's go way back and tell me about your first long career, because you've had more than one.
I know.
Yeah, so where did it all start?
How far back do you want me to go?
Well, I guess right from the beginning that you want to tell us.
Well, I have to say, Yvonne, yes, I've wore many hats, and it's kind of a wonky career path. Had no idea it would kind of end where it is right today, but I'd have to say I've always been, I think, a natural entrepreneur. I love jewelry from being a teenager, and I took a jewelry course, started my own jewelry company called Teresa Originals. Oh. I did the craft show circuit for 5 years, paid my way through vet school, which was my first career, and got into veterinary medicine at the age later, because I already had a degree. Started at age 26, and it was a five-year program at that time. And so yeah, my first entrepreneurial business of making jewelry at craft shows for 5 years, paid my way through vet school. And so I am a small animal veterinarian, practiced for 17 years at 3 very busy clinics throughout Southern Ontario, and over like 10 years ago came to Barrie and practiced part-time here in Barrie, as well as doing some mobile work for another female veterinarian. And on the side, started a small self-publishing business with another female veterinarian. And we did that for 12 years. Wow. So we'd put the kids to bed, and we wrote 2 books a year. We ended up self-publishing 6 books. And,
oh my goodness. Yeah, okay, so we have to pause here, because first of all, you said you already had a degree. What did you have a degree in?
Biochemistry.
Oh my
gosh. From
McMaster. You're killing me. Okay, so you made jewelry, you had a degree, you became a veterinarian, and you were a mom, so you married, had children.
Yes.
Just keeping up, trying to keep up here. And then you decided to write books.
Well, it wasn't me, it was actually my colleague, because what had happened was my husband I had done a stint in pharmaceutical sales before becoming a veterinarian after my first degree. And then my husband was in pharmaceutical sales and marketing. And I loved the marketing pieces because I think I'm in a bit of an anomaly. I have like this very scientific medical brain, but I'm very artsy, creative, business. I love new ideas. So I think that's just my natural passion. But I love helping people. I love helping animals. So that hence, the love for medicine. And so my friend, a colleague of mine she's also a veterinarian, she came to me, her dog had died. She had this idea to write a book for families with children and pets about how to cope. And
big grief.
Yes,
Pets,
I started a marketing company before that in the vet industry. I was working with designers, editors, printers, and she didn't know where to start. So we partnered, and that business was called Positive Resources.
Ah, I see what you did there. Very well. Yes, well done.
And so we wrote this pet loss book, and it was a huge success. And we had never written a book before, and we self-published it. Niched for the veterinary industry, of course. And we ended up going on and producing 5 more books, a line of sympathy cards. We've printed and sold over 450,000 copies of our books.
Oh my goodness.
I had no idea it was going to go to this level.
It's incredible.
Right? It was so fun. We loved it because it tapped into our need for educating and our desire for educating. And we could do it more than just one-on-one in an exam room. We could reach so many pet owners, families.
Everywhere.
Right? Across Canada. We ended up working with 4 major distributors, pet distributors. We ended up being asked to be consultants for a major animal health company. We created a product.
This is unbelievable.
I know. All
Seriously.
from just agreeing. And this has kind of become my life motto now. Like, just go with it. If it gets you here,
Yes.
Run with it.
Yes.
You don't need all, even though I'm a bit of a perfectionist and I normally, the old Teresa, what is it? I can't do that because I don't have this. I'm not trained to, I wasn't trained as an author, right? All this stuff. No. If it grabs you and it excites you, run with it, go with it. You'll figure it out.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah, there you go.
That's why I wrote a book. None of it made sense. I had no training. So yes, sometimes, but if that inner voice and you have that passion, go for it. And the steps you don't have to see the whole staircase.
No, exactly.
One step at a time.
And there's help out there, there's resources.
Yes.
You can figure it out, especially now with the internet and Google. Like,
yes.
I went and bought a book on how to self-publish. That was my Bible.
Incredible.
That's what I used, right?
Yes.
So
wow.
You never know where that one decision can lead you. So we had no idea it was going to go in this direction. She's doing that full time now.
So she is okay. So and you are no longer
no. Once I got into the hospitality industry, I started getting tapped out with, what I could focus my energies and efforts on.
So now now you tackled incredible. You tackled these other industries and hospitality. How did that come about?
Okay, so that was really fluky, yet again, Yvonne. So back in 2013 now, I guess it was, we decided to take the kids to Myrtle Beach for a family trip. So we drove down, and we do what every other family does in Myrtle Beach. We do mini putting, felt like ice cream. So my husband and son had seen this what looked like an ice cream place around the corner in Market Town in Myrtle Beach. So we go there, and it wasn't an ice cream shop at all. It was a frozen yogurt shop. And we walk in, and we were greeted by the owner. She was a middle-aged woman. She started talking about the healthfulness of the yogurt and how she takes you up to the machine and you dispense your yogurt. Then this array of toppings like granola and fresh fruit. I fell in love again. That passion thing, right?
Yes.
And it's like, oh my God, I love this concept. Wow. It was simple, it was healthy. So my wheels, again, the natural entrepreneur comes out in me. My wheels were turning as I'm enjoying my bowl of yogurt. And I'm like, I love this concept. I love this business model. Hey, do you think Barry would embrace something like this?
Yeah.
It's cold 6 months of the year, I don't know. So that whole drive back, my wheels were turning, and I came home, started doing my research, was talking to everybody and anybody I could about this industry, and decided to go for it.
Of course you did.
Again, right? What am I thinking? I'm a veterinarian.
Yes.
I have another business on the side. Why do I need another business? I don't.
You don't.
But
there's that voice and that passion.
Exactly. So I have to do it, right? So in May of 2014, we opened Swirlies Frozen Yogurt in downtown Barrie to a flood of customers. Within 7 months, we won the New Business Award by Invest Barrie in the city of Barrie. And it's been a success story ever since.
And that is just incredible. So it's still thriving and...
Oh, yes. And we've got new ideas and new products coming out for this fall and winter. We're now right beside the Meridian. The Meridian place is now beside us, actually.
Oh, okay.
We were first.
Yes.
So I think it's become quite the destination for people. And
I have to go there.
Yes, you have to. It's like the best yogurt around.
That is so exciting.
So I did hang up my stethoscope, and in opening Swirlies, it was too hard to juggle. I employ, this summer, now with the other business that we just opened, about 15 employees. So, yeah.
Did you say another business?
Yes, of course.
Do you sleep? Is there any sleep in your...
I do.
Okay.
But I know.
I'm not sure when, but... So Swirlies is doing well. You love it. It's thriving.
Love it. It's my happy place.
It's your happy place.
It's everyone's happy place.
Yeah, and I definitely have to get there. And there's another business? Is that what...
So what had happened? So the last couple of years, again, I'm a visionary, right? I'm this silly entrepreneur. It's like an OCD. And I saw what products we carry. We do crepes and waffles, smoothies, coffee, tea as well. And we have all this 40 toppings. And I started seeing, well, geez, we could do desserts. But because it's such a self-serve takeout concept, which is what I loved about it, it wouldn't fly logistically for staff and customers to do that what was in my head, the vision in my head of a sit-down, luxurious kind of experience with to have as the dessert in that setting. So I thought, we need to have a separate business space, and then lo and behold, the neighboring tenant moved out, and so opportunity knocks, right?
There it is.
A little earlier than I wanted to, but hey, whatever, right? You got to run with it. So we ended up taking the space up over next door. So now what we've done is we've knocked a door in between the two units, and we've set up a separate business name called Chill's Dessert Lounge.
Chills, I love it.
It's very intimate, kind of sexy, luxurious, indulgent. Marble wall, marble fireplace, purple velour seats, black leather booths, marble top tables.
Wow, you went all out.
Real copper everywhere as an accent. Very high end, right?
Beautiful.
And then we have a 60-foot patio in front of both Swirlies and Chills to enjoy waterfront, Heritage Park, and the Meridian Place right beside us. So it's like the best location in Barrie. Incredible. And we're kind of like the dessert destination. So now what's beautiful about this is we can share some employees who are Smart Serve certified. They can work some host or serve at Swirlies. Some at Chills, and some work at Swirlies. But we share the kitchen at Swirlies. And then we make a majority of the desserts on site, and then it's served, plated on a plate. We also are licensed at Chills, so we do all our own craft cocktails. We were just nominated for favorite cocktail place, and we just opened in January.
When you hear everything that you've done and you do you kind of feel like you have to catch your breath? Because I do, or it's just who you are.
It's just what, Yvonne? I don't. It's just, I keep going. I just look for the next thing.
It's incredible. I mean, it is incredible, right? And it's also really so telling of the fact that you can have a new career.
Totally.
Right? And what it is inspiring to say, wait a minute, she did this, and you didn't even, the yogurt, it all started with, hey, I really like this yogurt. Not you knew everything about that business.
Definitely not. I don't even, it's almost embarrassing to say, Yvonne, but I have not taken one business course. I don't, it's just, I go with my heart, I figure it out, I get the help, I hire the right people to help me, especially for something like Chills. So I hired a bartender, and he's been amazing. So I've also now promoted him to my general manager. Right. Because he gets it, he gets the hospitality. So he's been in the hospitality industry more than me. Like I waitressed years ago, and I love to serve people. Like I feel I've been serving people in different realms all my life.
Yes, you sure
And I like
have.
to make people happy. That's my, I think, my mission in life. Is to make people feel good, make them feel happy. So I can do it now, maybe not behind the examining room with a stethoscope on. Right. But now I can touch people with our creations, our space, our atmosphere, our service. Right?
Yes. Well, if you love to make people happy, I have no doubt you have touched more people's lives in a positive way than you even know. And you're inspirational. So you've inspired me in so many. I have to call you when this is over, just so you know.
It's fine.
But so that is business and all of these incredible things that you've done. But and here's the other story that I love so much with you. Oh my goodness! It started with your daughter.
Yes.
Mentioning that she thought you had what she called a front bum.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Correct.
Nice,
so, nice.
Yeah, tell us about the front bum.
Okay. So it was in October of, I guess it would have been a couple years ago, well, 3.5 years ago. And my daughter was in dance, and I was a dance mom, and she was a competitor. We're heading out to do a dance convention for that weekend. And she was in the bathroom, we were getting ready, and she mentioned to me, Mom, I think you're getting a front bum. It's like, oh, that's nice, okay.
Yes.
And so here I'm, and I'm envisioning this beautiful weekend, mother-daughter weekend.
Sure.
And what happened was I just got a little snubbed. She went off with her friends, fine and dandy. I ended up eating dinner myself in this base of the hotel, and And I just hearing some of these things that were going over. And just prior to that too, I was also experiencing pain in my joints, my knees and ankles in the mornings, which had never happened to me before. And you're thinking, oh boy, this is what's happening.
This is it.
I'm getting like,
yeah,
I'm getting that midlife
yeah.
crisis issues, right?
Yeah.
And I don't like that. That's not me.
Right.
I don't like to be slowed down in any way, obviously.
Right. Obviously.
So,
yes.
so all these things were happening, and I got it because I love to write. Got out a pad of paper and I started writing some goals down. Okay, I'm going to be the sexiest mom around.
Ooh.
Yes.
Because the front bum, she was saying that you were getting a little conch, right? Is that little?
Yes, that's what a front bum is.
Yeah, it's little round,
muffin, a little muffin top.
Muffin top, little round. Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't like that.
No,
right? Sometimes and maybe the truth hurts, right? And it was starting to sting.
Yes.
And then also just experiencing some recent things. So I wrote, I'm going to hire a trainer. And
you had never done that before, so
no,
okay.
no. I'm going to lose, 20 pounds I've always wanted to lose. So I made this list, and you just kind of, sometimes you reach that point, Yvonne, where you just, damn it, I'm going to do this.
I am going to do this, yes.
And what was happening was that next year I was turning the big 50.
Right.
So what happened when I turned that year, it's like, you know what? I'm going to make a kick-ass goal. I'm going to walk on stage at my first fitness competition at age 50.
Okay, so let's stop once. You had never competed. You were not a big fitness person.
Not at all. Not at all.
Okay.
But what had happened when I was, I think, 19, 20, I was approached by a gym owner one time back in the 80s.
In the 80s, yes.
Of course. And he said, you should consider bodybuilding. I was like, no.
Yeah, I don't want to bodybuild.
Images of big Amazon women. No,
yes.
that wasn't me, right?
Right.
But over the years, I started being attracted to the look of muscle definition in women, and I found it very sexy. So all these things were just mulling in my head, and I thought, you know what? Why not now, right?
Sure.
Better late than never.
Yes.
30 years later.
Wow.
So I hired a coach, joined a gym, and had a 15-week program to get on stage at my first competition, which I did.
So you gave yourself 15 weeks.
Yes.
To be on a stage competing as a bodybuilder.
Little bikini.
In the like itsy
little
witsy
triangle.
teeny weeny of the little triangle. And you did it.
And I only did it, I only stepped on once. My whole goal was just step on stage.
Yes.
Walk on stage. I only did it once that day. I did it 3 times in 3 different age categories.
Wow.
So I was on stage with women 30 years younger than me, and even my daughter who said I had a front bum.
What is your daughter's name?
Brianna.
Brianna. Thank you, Brianna, because yeah.
Yes. She even said, she was in tears because she said, Mom, you didn't even look any older than those women.
Oh, now that is a compliment.
I know.
And it is a kind of like, thank you very much. No front bum here.
Yeah. Goal accomplished.
Yes. How did that feel? And again, I know that you said it's not about, me and I. What did that do for you too?
Lots, Yvonne. It just opened a whole new world. It's funny, at the time the goal was walking on stage at the competition, but the day of the competition there's a lot of pomp and circumstance, and I'm not into that. But what I realized was more the reward for me was the journey.
Yes.
The journey, not only for me, but for others. So I did chronicle my journey online, and because I thought, heck, if I'm doing this, I want others to see that there's nothing special about me. If I can do it, you can do it. I'm running a business and doing this, right? You
made a decision.
Yeah, I made a decision, and I stuck to the commitment. And I inspire, I found my journey touched so many people, and it inspired a lot of people. And again, I just want to help people, right? So I felt I touched and helped more people just by doing this crazy ass goal that was ultimately for me. It was very personal, yes, to prove to myself. But by also sharing it to others, it made me accountable. More than just my coach.
Yes.
It's like, okay, if I'm putting myself out there, I'm making myself very vulnerable here. I could fail miserably. Maybe people wanted me to fail. I don't know. But it pushed me.
Yes.
And I did it. And it opened up so many doors, Yvonne. I ended up being in Oxygen Fitness magazine that year. I've since been in Define. I'm in.
Yes, I'm sorry. Yeah, can we break?
Sure,
I would like
okay.
to see the picture.
Okay.
Let's show them.
Okay, sure.
Let's show, because.
So this is this month's Strong Fitness magazine.
This month, so September 2018.
Yeah.
And it's right
here. It's on the stands right now.
Yes.
And I actually got a full page feature.
Excuse me. I am just so
very proud of that.
Yes, of course.
Again,
it's extraordinary.
So this is all about being fit at any age, which is true. You can just make a decision. So whether it's business, whether it's a career change, whether it's you want to do something about your health, your fitness, you can. And the help is out there. You just got to make that decision and stick to it.
And your goal doesn't have to be walking on a stage,
no.
But to have the goal of being the very best version of yourself and the healthiest you can be. How are your aches and pains?
Oh my God, disappeared.
Exactly.
I'm just like it shows on the front, I'm in the best shape of my life. I'm healthier than I've ever been. And I was always like Miss Aerobics queen, right? But I'd have to say, like, I found a new passion, and that's being in the gym, lifting weights. I love it.
Yes.
It makes me feel, maybe it's a confidence booster. I feel strong. I feel flexible and mobile,
yes.
and sexier. I have
you're a rocket,
I have women coming
honest.
up to me and saying, "I want your arms, I want your abs," and you can have that too.
Yes.
Right? It's not. There's nothing special about me.
Well, again, and it's leaning into it and taking that first step, right? I mean, I remember. Yeah, I started with my little 30-minute videos, and I tried to do a burpee. I thought, oh God, I just fell right down, and I thought, well, this is horrible.
Get back up.
Get back up, and then the next time, I kind of did it, and then it's progressive, right? And when you get into that, making it non-negotiable. Your health should not be something. And I love when people say, I hate working out, and I should go to the gym. Well, you're never going to feel like it with that attitude.
That's correct. Yes.
I just say it's non-negotiable. I don't argue with myself.
Because I've suffered some pretty bad bouts of lower back pain, so I knew I had to. That's why it was the number one reason I did hire a coach, because I didn't want to go into this and be injuring myself and hurting.
Of course.
I can't be laid up. So doing it right and having that coach to guide you. She wasn't a trainer that worked with me with every workout. It's not what I wanted anyway. It was just someone, we worked out maybe twice in that 15-week period. And then more recently, I just went to the Nationals and had
you did?
Yes. Like 6 weeks ago. I had a coach that was from BC. So I haven't even talked to her.
Right.
But they're there to guide you, answer your questions. Yeah, you send your photos once a week. So again, that's that accountability piece, right?
Yes.
But you don't have to hire a coach. Like, you just maybe have a friend, a buddy.
Sure.
Someone who holds you accountable to help you stick to your plan and your program to get to your goal.
So in that initial 15 weeks to get from front bum to stage, how many hours a day or how many days a week did you work out? Because I'm letting you know I'm going to do that as soon as tomorrow I'm starting.
Well, now this is, don't forget, going for a fitness competition at that level, like, that's extreme, right?
Of course, yes.
So just because that's me.
Yes.
So generally I worked out for about an hour and a half to 2 hours, 5-6 days a week.
Okay.
And that actually, I enjoy the gym. That's my me time, my zen time. That's that's my attitude towards it.
Yes.
That's my release. And I figure if I can at least I can give myself 2 hours a day, right? For me.
Yep.
So that was my time. What I found actually more challenging was the meal prep.
Right.
So prepping and eating 6 meals a day.
Wow.
That's tough. That's tough.
That's
so
a big commitment.
It's clean eating, yes. So that was actually the tougher part.
Yes, of course. But again, to just be fit and to feel healthy, we don't need to work out 2 hours a day.
No, that's extreme.
Yeah, it is extreme, but to make that commitment to yourself, even 30-40 minutes a day,
it's better than nothing.
It's better than nothing, but just to start, and starting from whatever your fitness level, wouldn't you say?
Right. Just start.
Yeah.
And you'll feel better. It's almost like I found that it was almost like a self-rewarding cycle. you start feeling better, you start looking good, you want to keep at it. And I'm like, oh, I'm kind of curious what next week will bring, right? So it's kind of like, it was more sculpting. I didn't really lose a lot of weight necessarily. It was just kind of redistributed in different places, right? In a way. From the front bum to maybe to my delts or something, right? So it's just self-rewarding, that journey. And it's almost, you feel good because you say, not only did you do it, like you got to your goal or whatever, but you know, you saw the change for so many reasons, more than just your body, your inner self, your healthfulness, your energy level, your flexibility, right?
Everything
your
improves.
mood, everything does. So, you know, don't look at it as just a number on the scale. In fact, I hardly ever jumped on the scale. I don't use that as my measurement because that can play head games with you.
Oh, for sure, absolutely. Well, yeah, if you're eating and bulk, you know, and creating muscle and everything, it's not going to be about that number. I love everything about your story because you are, I mean, you're inspiring without, that wasn't your goal with each career, but it shows that if you follow your passion, follow your heart, and just
go
listen.
for it. Do it.
You are 53 now?
Yes.
Teresa, you are just so awesome.
Thanks, Yvonne.
Extraordinary.
Thank you.
Thank you for everything. So Swirlies is the place to be, isn't it?
Swirlies and Chills.
Yeah,
yes.
so where is it? Tell me.
So downtown Barrie.
Okay.
Our official address is 89 Dunlop Street East, but we're actually, the easiest is to find us right across from Heritage Park, beside the new Meridian Place.
Awesome. Well, I will see you there, and yeah, I'm going to be calling you for some tips because I feel very inspired to go hit the gym.
Awesome. Let's do it together.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Yvonne. Appreciate it.
Thanks for joining us today on Real Life Talks. This is a show about learning how to just show up for yourself and just show up for others and to be empowered and resilient. So if you want to be empowered and resilient and just show up for others, my call to action, as always, is plan your life, plan your death, and then just love your life to death. And always bring your own tambourine to the party. Thanks. Bye for now.